Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today I thought what I was going to do was to do a Diablo 3 playthrough. The reason I'm going to do this is to kind of take a step back to the past and have a look at all of the kind of cutscenes and all of that good stuff that most of the time we cut through. We skip through them. There is a new season on at the moment. I'm going to make a new character, and I've decided that this time I want to play, because it's been a while, I'm going to play a demon hunter. So we're going to select seasonal hero here, and I'm going to call myself LEAH'S. No, LEAH'S. The fourth. As I say, it's been ages since I've actually played through the story mode of the game, so with this, there's a new start thing telling me that it's a new season. With this, what we'd usually do with a new season is jump straight into adventure mode, start doing rifts and that kind of stuff, because it's probably the best EXP. But I want to go through the cool storylines, those cutscenes, all that good stuff that, as I say, we normally cut through. So, without any further ado, let's go.
Butchered by Hellspawn. To witness such a thing is enough to leave your mind in ruins. The madness killed my sister and left me frightened and alone.
Pussy.
Until I was rescued by survivors who had joined together to rid the world of the creatures of hell. They saw in me the strength to resist the demons, and they forged me into a weapon. Now, I am ready. A meteor has fallen in Tristram, and the dead have risen in its wake. I will send them back to their graves. Once I was hunted. Now I am the hunter.
Good stuff. Okay, so this is where you start. Only the dead read like this. Okay. I am actually playing in 1080p. I do have a 1440p monitor, but unfortunately I can't seem to be able to record at that without losing a horrendous amount of frames. So hopefully this isn't too bad. I've got my cursor enlarged just because I find it easier. And as you can see, you start off in a pretty gory place, and you're at New Tristram. All of the characters, you can't go down here, all of the individual classes have got their own kind of cutscene at the beginning, but they do end up all coming to New Tristram to follow this fallen meteor, because they've all become recent astrologists. There goes a bird. This chap is not doing so well, and over here looks like we've encountered our first enemy. I actually use W to move. A lot of people use click. As you can see, when you click you get this little blob here. Sometimes you'll see people doing this, and that means that they're using their middle mouse to move around. They scroll their middle mouse down or up, probably down. Probably down. There is a reason for that. I won't go into it now, but I actually use W. To stop moving, I shift and click, and there. One shot. We killed this chap over here. As you can see, the game opens with a pretty gory kind of intro. This chap is being either noshed off or eaten. I assume the latter, and it looks like we can just one-shot these guys. At the moment I've got these two abilities: Hungering Arrow, imbued arrow that seeks out enemies for some damage, has a 35 chance to pierce through them, and that just looks like a standard ranged attack. Some more, this guy's being noshed off as well down here, and as you can see, that one that arrow just went straight through that guy, so it looks like it could have hit the guys behind. Oh, there's some stuff going on down here. These guys have got a whopping 3 health, and it looks like we're critting for about 7, which is big damage. Captain Rumford, what have you got for me?
Here to find the fallen star and purge its evil from this land.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
Oh, no, more dead are coming.
Until we drive them back.
Can't open the gates until we've fought off this horde of the Walking Dead. Are we done? No, we're not done. This chap's got no torso. So as you can see, yeah, fairly gory kind of intro. Shit is going down, and I've dinged. I'm level 2. Amazing.
Guards, open the gates. We'll find Leah at the
And we've got a new skill category unlocked, which is Impale, which is we can throw a knife. There we go. There's a knife. I'm actually just going to quickly, if I can, turn up the dialogue to about 90. This can go up a tiny bit as well. Effects can stay where they are. And ambient volume we're going to put up because some of it's actually pretty good. I will enable the music, but we'll put it down to like 80 or something like that. I'll have a check in the second recording. I'm going to keep things as they are for now, and hopefully everything's okay. We've got some green things around us. I don't know what that means. Oh, it might mean that we're in a season. I think that means we're in a season. Okay, new skill slot is available, and I think that's just telling us we've got secondary, which is Impale. Throw a knife that does more damage than our first one, by the looks of things. So we need to talk to Leah.
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
Let's talk to this chap.
The dead have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire fell. We have to burn them, just to make sure they don't rise from the grave.
Okay. In fact, I still feel like that could be a little bit louder. Let's go 100%. Boom. Did that do it? Yes. Okay. And then, we'll turn up the master volume, maybe up to 75, and drop the effects perhaps down a tiny bit. I said I wasn't going to change things. I lied immediately to you. I apologise. What's this chap going to say?
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram. This is closer to the town's history than I want to be.
Okay. Good stuff. So, oh, I didn't mean to do that. As you can see, there's quite a lot of voice acting.
Room has fallen to disgrace. What faith can save us now? It is the end of the world. Can't you see that?
Maybe I can. Maybe it is the end of the world.
Found some interesting things on my latest dig. You should take a look.
So this chap's got some stuff to sell, none of which I can afford because I have 0 pennies, which is a massive shame. You can obviously buy back items. Can't talk to these people. The Book of Cain, we'll get into that a bit later on. Most of you probably already know what all this stuff is. But nonetheless, let's go into the Slaughtered Calf Inn. And first thing we can do is pick up this.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Okay, that's good old Deckard Cain.
Tristram used to be such a wonderful place to live. My family has been here since the town grew out of the ruins of old Tristram. But now, it's horrible. The loved ones we've buried and grieved over now threaten our lives.
Okay, so obviously that's again another reference to the fact that people seem to be coming alive.
Have you come to help us? The other adventurers who came through here didn't look so deadly.
I do look pretty deadly, it's got to be said. Look at this. I've got a tiny little cape on. Oh no, it's a scarf. Okay.
I don't care what anyone says. That thing that fell from the sky was no rock. A rock doesn't cause the dead to leave their graves.
Okay, so they obviously reckon that whatever's fallen from the sky is causing these people to rise from the dead. Let's quickly talk to this chap.
Bring me whatever treasures you have no use for. I'll give you a bit of coin to save up for your casket.
Very optimistic chap, saving up for my death. Anyway, let's talk to Leah and get on with the story.
Is it? Rumford said that you survived the fallen star's impact.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Oh shit, here we go. Let's try our new... Oh, 21 damage
This
there.
is killing business.
Oh, that's obviously a really funny joke. And we've made our first 43 gold. Fantastic.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
You're right,
Then
Leah.
I shall put an end to them and secure your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Okay, so the guy that sent us here originally has basically told us to come talk to Leah. She's not really told us anything of use. In fact, she's just told us to go back to the same bloke, which is great. Let's check in the back. This is Leah's room. She lives in a pub. What more can we say? This is Leah's book. Let's read her diary. I really fancy this new demon
We've
hunter.
been under siege for 6 days now.
Maybe not.
Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Okay, anything to loot in here? Can we read her diary? Anything else? No. Nice little room though. Single bed, so we know she's probably up for it. Good stuff. Let's go back and talk to Captain Rumford and throw a knife at this woman. Anyone else to talk to?
Your
The
cart
mayor.
is blocking the way. Move it.
How dare you speak to me like that? I am the mayor of this town.
Then you should be out there fighting.
Are you mad? This town is doomed. Anyone with a grain of sense should be trying to get out. Will you help me or not?
No. You deserve whatever dark fate comes to you.
Nice. Okay, so that's kind of the first kind of glimpse
Don't you
into...
dare lift a finger to help our mayor fix his wagon. My brother died defending this town, while that bloated coward tried to run away.
I wasn't planning on helping the mayor,
The
but
dead,
thanks.
rising from their graves. This must be the end of the world.
It probably is, love. It probably is the end of the world. This guy is all about PvP. The PvP element to this game is really crap. There goes another bird. So we'll leave it to it, and we'll carry on down here. And see, we got the first kind of glimpse of what our character is like. He's obviously a bit stoical. He doesn't seem to give two shits about the mayor and or his wagon. He thinks he's a bit
What
of a
can I do
puss-puss.
to help
PU5
fight the
red
risen
wire.
dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Don't worry. I will avenge their deaths.
Yeah, we will.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
Okay.
They're attacking the barricades!
Oh no, it's the French Revolution all over again. Will you join in my crusade? Do 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 do
There! That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
do 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 do. So we picked up our first bit of loot. Fantastic. It's got 3 armor. It regenerates 4 life per second and gives 3 life after each kill. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got our first quest as well, which is to what was it? It was to kill the wretched queen and to kill 3 wretched mothers. At the moment, I think we can leave the difficulty where it is. Perhaps as soon as we've got some more loots, we can start putting that up a little bit. Oh, look, the hungering arrow there just decided to home in on another person. They've also put this now in the game. You get these massacre bonuses, and when that ends, you get a nice chunk of EXP. Obviously, that was a fairly small massacre, but nonetheless, we are a noob. We are level 2, as you can see up here. Our portrait will change when we start leveling up a bit. Here is our first wretched mother. She is just spewing all over the place. In fact, she just did 2 damage to me out of 125 health. And we've picked up some more loot. This particular bow, by the looks of things, it is a 2-handed bow as opposed to our 1-handed, and it does 74% more damage. Boom, let's do it, and let's see what kind of mad crits or damage we can do. Obviously this place is pretty eerie. You know, lots of dead trees, some rats here. You can stomp on the rats maybe. There's a scarecrow, which is good. And not a great deal else. As I say, I am doing like a total run through of this game, so we're going to spend our time exploring, talking to people, and boom, we've hit level 3. So as you can see, when I fire my normal arrow number 1, It doesn't drain anything, but this hungering, not the hungering arrow, sorry, the impale with the knife, that does actually drain my hatred. The other stat that we've got is discipline. It regenerates slowly over time and is used for the demon hunter's tactical abilities. So I think this is the only class in the game, as far as I'm aware, that's got kind of 2 resources. I might be wrong there. I'm pretty sure it is the only one that has 2 abilities. This bitch is throwing up all over the place, and she's spewing out more zombies. These zombies have got some gold on them, just in case they need to purchase all of their zombie wares. There's a lot of destroyable stuff around, you know, like stumps, trees, that kind of thing. Oh, look at that, the hungering arrow. Is that what it's called? Hungering arrow just hit 3 things. But I believe we did actually unlock something else. We unlocked the entangling shot, which imbues the arrow with shadow energy that deals 200% weapon damage, so it's actually more than that one, to the primary enemy, and entangles up to 2 enemies, slowing their movement by 60 seconds. Okay, great. So we're going to swap over to that. We're going to test out all of these abilities as we go, and our first victim shall be these barrels. Okay, so as you see now, when I hit these guys, it looks like the 2 chaps near them. Oh, there you go. Look, they've got like a chain between them, and they're all getting slowed down. So quite a cool effect there. We've killed 2. Oh, there's a corpse here, and he's carrying a journal, which is nice. So we've got our first form of, if you will, crowd control, because these guys are slowed down, and I can tell you now that demon hunters, they become kind of glass cannons.
Can rest now.
Okay, so
while exploring a cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
Okay, whopping 37 crit damage there, 53, and that wasn't actually a crit. You get these things, dank cellars full of dank weed. Let's go down and see all the weed we can find. And this is our first elite here. You can see by his name, he's got a yellow name. He's the Hoarder of Treasure, so of course we're going to slay him and see what mad treasure he's got on him. Oh, nice. Okay, so he's actually got a blue bow. And this does 113% more damage than our last one. It's got 11.2 DPS on it. We're going to swap it over. And there's a health globe over here. We don't need it, but you pick them up, and if you're in the middle of battle, it will help you out. So no dank weed, unfortunately, in the dank cellar, but a blue bow, which is great. More stuff over here. A whopping 77, 78 damage there. And we found some shoes. Good stuff. Our armour, of course, is going to help us take less damage, scare these birds away, and the rats.
Oh, Tristram.
And on the map,
Diablo's
we can
evil
see
still lingers here.
We've got a quest objective over here. Oh, some better shoes. Oh, maybe not, actually. They increase gold and health globe pick up by 2 yards, but they actually have less armour, so we're not going to wear them. We'll sell them. So this is the first handmaiden of the Queen, and we shreked her up in one foul swoop. There's a pile of bones here. Now, from what I understand, this is actually Old Tristram, hence it's called the Old Ruins. This dagger is not as good as our current ones. We're going to kill these guys for some EXP. And it looks like actually these are the first kind of guys, maybe when you cut them down, they still remain alive, and they crawl around after you with their innards falling out. So yeah, more guys to kill down here. We've got no AoE spells as of yet, except for that first one. Was not really AoE, but it could bounce around, so potentially hit more than one target. But yeah, from what I understand, this town that we're in is the layout of Old Tristram, which was the kind of dark cellar here. Rocking chair, always good. Or as a friend said to me once, worrying is like a rocking chair, in that it occupies the mind but gets you nowhere. And good job we came down here, because we've just hit level 4 and found a chest with 1 gold in it. Got a new active skill category, and that is caltrops. Lay a trap of caltrops on the ground that activates when an enemy approaches. Once sprung, the caltrops slow the movement of enemies for 12 yards by 60 seconds. Okay, so again, this is, I guess, and as you can see, that was the first thing that we've got that uses a bit of discipline. And can we lay it at a range? No, it doesn't look like it, but you lay it on the ground, and I think anything that walks in there is going to get slowed down. But as I say, this is Old Tristram, which I believe is where Diablo 2, the home kind of main base was. So let's use this waypoint, which is something we'll be using a lot around the game, and go straight back to town. We can teleport. Nice. Captain Rumford has made his way into the town.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him.
Yeah, there we go. And for our... Oh, that looks like the girl from... not the girl from the ring, but the girl that was killed by the girl in the ring. Spoilers, that she's in a cupboard and she looks all fucked up because she saw some creepy girl with hair all over her face, and her mum saw her in the cupboard. She kind of looks a little bit like this. Anyway, for our efforts we got some braces. Our first set of braces, which give us 8 dexterity, which is our main stat. Primary attribute for the demon hunters and monks. Increases all damage for the demon hunters and monks by 27%, and armor, so that'll go up. I believe this used to increase your dodge chance, but I don't know when they changed it, but they've changed it to armor instead. Anyway, let's talk to Leah.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to ADRIA'S hut. The key must still be there.
Okie dokes. Okay, so Leah's now following us. Luckily, there's no, as far as I'm aware, kind of escort quests in this, but people do end up following you around
Here,
and stuff.
let me open the gate.
She can open the gate. Thanks, Leah. That's good of you.
Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
Okay, so we find out a little bit more about
I'm told
Leah's
he was
story.
a great warrior.
Let's put a caltrop here. Watch them all. Yeah, see? So as soon as they activate it, they're all slowed as soon as they run into that. Which is nice. This glowing thing here is a Nephilim globe, and I think, what does it do? Move faster and unleash terrible blasts of energy on your enemies. Health and power globes will magnify the intensity of this effect and extend the duration. So they're just a random drop, and they're worth picking up because they, you know, every little helps and all that crap. So Leah is actually doing some damage with us. She doesn't do much damage, but she does some damage.
Look,
and what we're going to do,
cellar.
we're going to
Follow me.
jump into this really well hidden cellar.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Excellent, good stuff.
Captain Dalton!
Captain Dalton is no longer the friend you thought he was. In fact, he's pretty fucking hideous and turned into a Skeletron. But luckily he was carrying 59 gold on him. Good stuff.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
Yes,
I will
save Uncle Deckard.
Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
So we're leaving the girl
Aiden came to me
behind.
last
We've just hit
night.
level.
I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
Okay, and this time we've been greeted by what can only look like the kind of decrepit remains of possibly Gandalf. Excellent. Okay, well, we're going to leave it there for today, and next episode we'll go straight over to the cathedral and shoot this guy. Look, this guy's moving along as we shoot. It's nice. Yeah, the physics in this game is pretty cool. But we'll save it for next time. Okay, great. Well, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.